right, like a really Bradfordian with a flat cap and like a ferret down his trousers. He went, "That lad should take it at you." "Not how are you? Are you all right?" And I went, and it sort of bounced and rolled off into the gutter, this King Edward's, right. And it struck me, I mean, did he have it in the car? Like waiting for a punk rock, like throw a potato. Did he see me go round the block to his house, get a potato off his wife, come back and chuck it at me? Or what? What sort of a mind goes around throwing potatoes at perfectly ordinary people standing around at bus stops just because they happen to have red hair? It's not a big deal, is it? You know what I mean? And you go to like Blue Lace and you look at the photographs of the girls and boys that go to these places, right, and they think they're normal. They're not, they're bizarre. I mean, they go on sunbeds until they're sort of like the colour of your hair when you henna it. Lipstick, and they've got hairdos. These girls, like, you couldn't touch it with your hands. You'd impale yourself on it. It's got that much, like, you know, it's like streeting and it's back combed up to here and this sort of, and they wear those demented, crippling shoes, which means they can't walk about because they stand like that. And like, nobody in England has got perfect teeth. Making any comments about certain people on this stage now, but nobody has I mean, you have to be Californian to have like flashing, beautiful white teeth, don't you? Now what happens is if you go ginger on a sunbed and wear white lipstick, your teeth look bright yellow. So there's lots of girls with yellow teeth, ginger faces, right, wearing peculiar outfits that are made out of string, standing around with lads who are called Kevin, right, own pit bull terriers and whose training shoes cost more than my house. And they think I'm weird. I despair, personally. But anyways, the two women shrieking on the steps of the dance hall split the cool night with their voices. They have the quality of ripping fabric to their noise, high, piercing and jagged. The one sits on the white-painted concrete, her purple stretch micro-dress up to her knickers and getting higher every time she tries to drag herself, giggling, up by the railing. The other is shaking like a pudding, red-faced with laughter, immobile in bondage-tight leggings. They are so drunk on the oily, sweet cocktails dispensed by the sallow, bleachy-haired joy boy behind the pink neon and fabric palm tree bar that they even fancy him, despite the fact he has all the charm of an undertaker touting for custom. They call him Jose, in memory of a certain Spanish barman they both had simultaneously last year in Marbella, and who they remember with fondness because of his heroic proportions, contriving to forget he gave them warts as a souvenir. Linda, whose skirt is past the bounds of decency now, is displaying beautiful legs in laddered black 10 denier tights, one heel of her plastic patent stilettos broken. She is a counting society by day, respectable and demure in her white blouse and neatly lacquered ponytail. She's engaged, has prospects in double glazing, and a tendency to be the one in the pub who always volunteers to dress up as a woman for the charity fun run. He even shaves his legs, but then he has a racing bike, so that's all right. They had their engagement due in this very disco only 6 months ago. The light flashes a tiny spark off the diamond chip in her ring. She's fond of jewellery, and it buys for her when their sex life is flagging, so it always gets a result. She's pregnant, but she doesn't realise it yet, because the pill isn't foolproof when you throw up from Pernod 2 nights running. When Linda is at work, people call her Miss Edwards, and go out thinking, what a nice girl she is. She thinks, well. On the step below, her cellulite straining the seams of last year's nylon ski pants, Christine is gulping fresh air, hoping to stop the heaving, raucous baying of her laughter before she faints from it. The green corrective foundation she bought from the Iron Orchid behind the number 7 counter in Boots yesterday does nothing to control her apple cheeks, and a pool of charcoal mascara and cerise eyeshadow has gathered in the dip beneath her watering eyes. She is a dental receptionist and can't lose weight because she eats chocolate bar after chocolate bar at work due to extreme boredom and a fever of unrequited passion for Mr. Ryan, the suave Australian dentist who seems to corner the market in female patients. Christine longs hotly for indecency in the dental chair with the lean, sinewy Mr. Ryan, whose perfect white smile flashes like a laser from his sunbed tan. But Christine, lumpen in her taut, gaping, galaxy-smeared overall, would tax the libido of a lifer. And Mr. Ryan prefers rather buff young men with muscles and a taste for mild S&M. The two women sway, stagger and haul themselves back into the howling noise, Linda discarding her ruined shoes after hopping round and round holding one foot up and consequently showing the slavering pack of beer boys her mauve panties. They mutter longingly to each other about what they could, or after the drink they've had, couldn't do. Various curves of Linda's alabaster body, but attempt nothing because of the solid, tank-like presence of Christine, who exudes that air of castrating nursiness. And after all, despite the knickers, the giggles, the reek of aniseed and the disintegrating makeup, the girls are obviously nice. Nice girls. A couple of nice, respectable girls out on the razzle. Well, they may be dressed up as cheap whores and have drunk enough to floor a merchant seaman. They may end up in the sweaty bed of some brain-dead disco Casanova having definitely unsafe sex, blind and gurgling. But they are, as far as they're concerned, good girls. Nice girls, just having a bit of fun and a few games. Nothing weird and dark about them. Nothing out of the ordinary or different. Their mums don't worry about them. Their eventual marriages are secured. Their lives of willing slavery assured. They are nice, nice, nice girls having fun. Everybody's privileged to live in a seething metropolis like Bradford, after all. Do you know, I'll tell you something about this, right? I go round and round and round Britain, right, and I keep going into venues and saying, well, what's it like in Penge? And everyone goes, you fucking shit. I've never been to a town yet, right, where everybody goes, it's fantastic! There must be one. There must be one somewhere in the world, right, where you can go and everyone says, yeah, this is the happening place, man. It's probably Welwyn Garden City or something. That's a thought. Having fun in Welwyn Garden City. Could that be in Taylor Hall? But no, it's like, I've actually ceased to ask questions from people, actually direct questions a lot, because like, I've played in Nottingham. Can you say? No, it's, oh, sorry, Emma. It's a very nice place, Nottingham. It's very nice, love it. You like that sort of thing. I played in Nottingham, right, and I said to everybody in the audience, said like brightly, so who's come with their friend? And nobody moved a muscle. And I thought, oh no, nobody likes anybody in Nottingham. They've all come on their own and like, oh, I feel really bad. And then I suddenly realised why they hadn't moved. It's because they were goths to a man, right? And you can't move if you're a really heavy goth, because your makeup won't allow it. You're talking like, you know, solid white face paint. And people don't sympathise with goths in hot weather. And I think you should. I mean, they don't lock dogs in hot cars, do they? They've all got their stickers. The RSPCA says dogs die in hot cars, right? Do they have a sticker? Goths die in hot levers? No, they don't, and I think it's unfair. And I think we should start a campaign. But enough of vanity. Please welcome back the star of our show tonight, the man who has no band, Red Hammer.